Hello guys, thank you for tuning in once again. This is Joe254 and thank you for deciding to watch this video. Welcome, and I'm gonna make it as clear as I can so that you get to understand. For this is a very special information. It's about movement and about land here in the USA. It's a very essential thing to have a driver's license. It's a very vital thing. So it can mess you up. I'm telling you, it can mess you big. Before I go there, let me just break it down. How you go through the whole process. First of all, you need to acquaint yourself with this document, the driver's manual. Like, this is for Minnesota, where I am apparently. This is the state that I got my host, so I'm here. So this is Minnesota driver's manual. Okay, so these things, you need to know that they vary from state to state. You know, the laws and the regulations of each state are different at times, so they all have their special codes or their special driving manuals, because the weather or the climate here in the United States of America vary from state to state. So they must have like a collective of laws and regulatory signages, rules. So you have to learn about them. And to learn about them, first of all, you need to acquaint yourself with this site. It's called DMV, which stands for Department of Motor Vehicles. Okay, so DMV is the one that is gonna take you to manuals of your specific state. For example, if I want to to understand the DMV rules and regulations of Minnesota, I'm going to the net and search DMV Minnesota. If you search that one, it's gonna take you there, and just click, and you're gonna be told ABCD. They're gonna break it down, what you need to do, where to find the manuals, and they were gonna give you some good samples of questions that they ask when you okay, there's an exam here. They're gonna give you like sample tests so that you can train yourself. Okay, so these sample questions, they're gonna guide you after you've read this book. And I wish that you people can just go and find this book, whoever is coming here. And it's every state has its own. Once you go to DMV, like I told you, Department of Motor Vehicles, and for example, here we have our our sub website. This website here, it's a drive.minnesota, that's mn.government, that is gov. So once you go there, drive.mn.gov, that is in small letters, the whole of it in small letters. You're gonna go there and just get what test yourself on those. Then they have apps on Google Like there's an app called, let me check, a DMV practice questions. You know, this app here, DMV practice questions. So you need to be reading this one here. There's this DMV and this one, so that you acquaint yourself with some of the questions that these people ask, because you cannot score less than 80 and expect to be given a go ahead. You must score at least 80%, and the questions are in this state are 40, and these questions come from this book and also your knowledge of driving, you know. Okay, the driving here is not like Kenya. They use miles per hour. You have to be aware of that. And some of the wording, the English here is different. It's not like the British English that we use in Kenya. So you have to also know and be aware of that. So another thing I need to say is if you were a driver before, well for you and well and good for you, because it's not gonna be so challenging. You just only need to come and you know, get to know how to drive on the left side. And also this the driving here is not so rough, and you need to obey the law, okay? And if you are someone who drinks, please, there is no drinking and driving in this country, in this state. Let me say, there's no. If you are caught, if you are caught, you're stripped of your driving privileges, and you can be sentenced to a jail term and also a fine. So be careful. And you can also find yourself homeless, because you can't drive. If you can't drive, you can't make it to work. Yeah, maybe you were working and then you can't go to work because you don't have a car, because you can't drive. Yeah, there's no one who can drive here back and forth, you know, to your workplace, because people are busy. People are minding their business. Okay, so it can easily make you homeless, because you will not be able to work because you can't drive, you know, and you have to pay bills. You may find yourself hopeless, just like that. So be careful and just read on these things. Okay, so once I was there, okay, by the way, let me tell you, frankly, I failed that exam. I failed not twice, not once, but twice, and it only gives you a maximum of three times, 3 attempts. So you need to pass. If you don't pass in the third time, you have to go to a full year of school, driving school, and you cannot miss. If you miss, you go back to 0. Here the rules of driving are very strict, so you need to read this book before you decide to go to the exam. Test yourself. If you could be getting 90% in the test samples that I told you, they are on YouTube. They are also on YouTube actually, and they are on apps and also on websites. Okay, if you can find yourself getting like 90%, and then all the time, you can go now and and do the exam, because you don't want to fail. Okay, what else? So once you pass the exam, they give you a driving permit. Once they give you the driving permit, now you are able to drive in this country. But mark you me, you must have a driver inside your car who is qualified and has a DL, has a driving license with you all the time. Okay, no shortcuts. You must have someone who is licensed in that vehicle, so that they assume that the person is guiding you, which should be the case actually. So hakuna shortcut hapa, lazima ukuwe na mtu hapo anakuonyesha ama anakuambia what to do and not what to do. So tukimalizana na hiyo, another thing, ukiiva sasa hilo umeiva sasa, like now you know the skill, the driving skill, and have some practicals, you understand. Now you can not go to the DMV center. There are centers here. You go there, and then of course you are going to do exam there. You go there. Now you're going to do a practical exam. Yeah, you book them online, of course. Okay, or you can, there's no walk-in. You book online so that you can, because everything changed ever since the COVID thing came here. You cannot just go. You just need to book an appointment first before you go. So once you go for the practical exam, they give you a supervisor, someone who was gonna supervise you and actually assess you, and also check on you, like check how your driving skills are, and also someone who's gonna supervise you through the testing period, and then they're going to evaluate you, and then after that they will see whether you passed or not. After they give you a pass, now you are able to wait for 60 days. 60 days, that's 2 months for your driving license to come. Okay, so 60 days, that's what you have to obtain the Minnesota driving license. The driving, as I said earlier, it depends from state to state. Sasa sijui utaenda state gani, so utajua state hiyo, utajua kwa hiyo manual yenye utapewa, so utajua vile utaget your license. So guys, kwa hiyo na machache, hizo vitu zingine utasoma huko online, watakuelezea the rules. And welcome to America, and thank you guys for watching. Thank you, continue supporting me, and like my video, share, subscribe. Thank you. See you in the next one.